Jai Shri Gurudev. I am your Praveen sir, and today we are discussing the topic that is in the previous class we are discussing about the sampling and sampling distribution. In this class, we are continuing that problems that is the second problem. It is already written in this second problem. See this problem once. It is known that the population standard deviation in waiting time for new gas connection in a particular town is 20 days. How large a sample should be chosen at 95% confidence that the average waiting time is with 5 days of the true average. That is, they are given Z. That is, Z is nothing but confidence level or significant precision. So which level we are going to reach when we are selecting a sample. So that is the confidence level is 95%. The confidence coefficient is 1.96. This is your 6 marks problem and it is a question paper problem. Here in this problem, see this, it is known that the population standard deviation, this is the most important point here, population standard deviation. They given the population standard deviation. When they are given standard deviation, what is the procedure here? The procedure is nothing but we are applying this the first formula. So standard deviation put it takshane. So you decide that it is nothing but it is the first formula. So population standard deviation they are given, then we are applying the first formula, that is what we called as n equals z standard deviation divided by e whole square. This is the formula. See the problem, a continuation in waiting time for a new gas connection in a particular town 20 days. See, what is this 20 days? 20 days is nothing but it is a standard deviation. For the purpose of new connection, new gas connection in a town, we required 20 days. It is considered in this problem, they tells us it is the standard deviation in waiting time for new gas connection in a particular town. The standard deviation is 20. And how large a sample should be chosen? How large a sample should be chosen at 95% confidence level? See, this is the main question they are asked us. How large a sample should be chosen? Andre sample ನಾವು 95% confidence level ಗೆ choose ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ in that situation what happens? So in that situation, the average waiting time is with 5 days of the true average. So average waiting time is nothing but it is called as E. E is nothing but it is the difference between sample mean and population mean. So that is what we call as E. So this E we are take it as difference between the sample mean and population mean. Difference between the sample mean and population mean. Yes, after this they are given in the bracket Z equals 95% confidence level. So Z equals 95% confidence level is nothing but the confidence coefficient they are given. This confidence coefficient is 1.96. confidence coefficient is 1.96. 1.96 we have the confidence coefficient. This is about the problem. They are given the problem. It is known that the population standard deviation in waiting time for new gas connection in a particular town is 20 days. How large a sample should be chosen at 95% confidence that the average waiting time is with 5 days of the true average. So this is the problem for 6 marks. After this, we have the solution for this problem, that is the calculation of sample size. Calculation of sample size, we have this. So write down the heading, calculation of sample size. Sample size now first calculation ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. So what is the formula here? N equals Z standard deviation divided by E whole square. So here in this problem we have this Z. So what is that Z? So Z is nothing but that is the 95% confidence level. 95% confidence level. We have this 95% confidence level is 1.96. That 1.96 we are taken in the place of Z. So 1.96 it is the Z, and the standard deviation. What's the standard deviation in the problem? Standard deviation in the problem is that is the population standard deviation in waiting time for new gas connection is 20 days. This is the standard deviation. So 20 is the standard deviation. 20 is the standard deviation, and divided by 5 is nothing but, so 5 we called it as that is the average waiting time is with 5 days of true average. That is the average waiting time is 5. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಮೀನು ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಮೀನನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಅವನೇ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆವರೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ 5. ಸೊ ಹೋಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ so whole square ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, so that is the next 1.96 into 20, how much we get? 39.2. that is the answer is 1.96 into 20, 39.2 we are getting the answer. So same divided by 5 whole square, and 7.84 whole square. When we get this 39.2 divided by 5, we get 7.84 whole square means 7.84 into 7.84 we get 61.465, or it is considered as 61 itself. 61 ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 61.4 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, 61 ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. therefore the required size of sample is 61. so this is about the problem, that is the second problem. Yes, my dear students, now we are continuing. There is a next problem. There is a third problem here. This is the third problem we have. See this third problem. They given the information. If the population standard deviation is 150, what should be the sample size to estimate population mean with allowable error 10 at A. First one, they are asked the question 90% confident level, and second one 95% confidence level. See, this is the question they are asked us. If the population standard deviation is 150, the population standard deviation problem only they given 150. What should be the sample size of the population mean? Allowable error is nothing but it is the difference between population mean and sample mean. Andre population mean alli sample mean alli avane difference ಮಾಡಿ. So ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ನೋಡಿ, to estimate population mean with allowable error. So allowable error is nothing but 10. So 10 it is considered as the difference between sample mean and the population mean. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು 2 times ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. The first one is 90% of the confidence level and the second one is 95% of the confidence level. So first we have to be calculation of sample size. The formula is n equals z standard deviation divided by E whole square. This is the formula we are applying. And the first question we have, that's the first question is 90% of confidence level. Andre sample size ನಾವು 90% ಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ sample size we have to be chosen 90%. So what is the sample size? N is nothing but sample size. Here Z they are given, that is the 90% confident coefficient. So ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ 90% ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಗೆ ನಮಗೆ 90% ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಗೆ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಬರ್ಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಆ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ನ ನೀವು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. 90% ಗೆ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ 1.64. Coefficient is 1.64, and after this the standard deviation they are given 150. Standard deviation they are given 150. Problem alli kottidane standard deviation is to 150 divided by 10. So 10 is nothing but it is a allowable error or the average error. So both are same. So allowable error is 10 whole square. So when we are multiplying with the 1.6 into 150, 1.64 into 150, we get 246. Here 246 divided by 10, we get 24.6 whole square. When we are square it ide anta helidre, we are multiplying with 24.6 into 24.6, we get 605.16. 605.16 is the answer. So 605.16 or 605, it is the same. ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ so 5 ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ 0.16 ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ we are considered only 605. So this is about the answer for first point, that is the 90% of the confident level. After the second point is 95% of the confident level. So 95% of the confident level. Here confident level only it was changed. So remaining all is same. For example, in the 90% confidence level, the confident coefficient is 1.64. Confident coefficient is 1.64, whereas in the confident level of 95%, the coefficient is 1.96. So 1.96 is the confident coefficient, called it as Z, and 150 is nothing but it is called it as standard deviation. 10 is nothing but this is the E. That is the difference between sample mean and population mean, or it called it as allowable error. Whole square and 294 sorry 1.96 into 150, 1.96 into 150, we get the answer is 294. When we are dividing this 294 with the 10, 29.4 we are getting. When we are square it, 29.4 into 29.4, 864.36 we are getting. 0.36 we are skipping, and finally we are taking the answer is 864. Finally we are getting the answer is 864, and last we are written the comment. Therefore the required size of sample is 605 for 90% confidence level. Andre 90% confidence level ge 605 is the sample size, and 95% of confident level ge, so 864 is the sample size. This is about the third problem. After this, fourth problem, we have the fourth problem. That is the fourth problem. In this fourth problem, a study is made to estimate the average length of calls made from a mobile operator. The mean call length is to be estimated to 0.5 minutes with a confidence level of 95%. Studies shows that the standard deviation of call length to be approximately 9 minutes. If call length are distributed normally, how large a sample should be selected? The confidence level is 95% of the confidence level they are given. See in this problem, what's the information they are given? A study is made to estimate the average length of calls made from a mobile phone operator. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, a study is made for average length of calls. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು BPO ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ ಯಾವ ತರ ಆವರೇಜ್ ಕಾಲ್ಸ್ ನ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಆವರೇಜ್ ಕಾಲ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾಲ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾನೆ. The mean call length is to be 2.5 minutes. Mean call length is there 2.5 minutes. Mean call length 2.5 minutes is nothing but it is the difference between sample mean and population mean. 2.5 is nothing but E. 2.5 is nothing but call it as E. And with the confidence level ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ 95% that tells us the confidence level. And the study shows that standard deviation, this is the most important point. So if they are given standard deviation, then we are decided to apply the first formula. What is the standard deviation they are given? That is the 9 minutes. 9 minutes is the standard deviation. If call length are distributed normally, how large a sample should be selected? Andre problem alli what they are given in the problem, they given the standard deviation, they given the difference between sample size, sample mean and population mean, that is called it as Z. And confidence level they are given 95% confidence level. In the previous problem they are not given confident coefficient, but in this problem they given confident coefficient. So what is the confident coefficient here? Z equals 95%. So the confident coefficient is 1.96. Confident coefficient is 1.96. So this is about the problem. Once again, see this problem. A study is made to estimate the average length of calls made from a mobile phone operator. The mean call length is to be estimated 2.5 minutes with a confidence level of 95%. Study shows that standard deviation of call length to be approximately 9 minutes. Now we need to calculate this problem only for the 95% of confidence level. Therefore, what is the formula here? N equals Z standard deviation divided by E, standard deviation divided by E whole square. So what is the Z they are given? Z they are given 95% of the confidence level. That is the confidence coefficient is 1.96. That is the confidence coefficient is 1.96. And standard deviation they are given. What's the standard deviation? That is in the problem 9 minutes. 9 minutes they are given. It is called it as the standard deviation. And 2.5 E is nothing but this is the mean call length is to be estimated 2.5 minutes. Mean call length is nothing but that is the E, difference between the sample mean and population mean 2.5 whole square. When we are multiplying with 1.96 into 1.96 into 9, 1.96 into 9, how much we get? 17.64 divided by 2.5. So 17.64 divided by 2, how much we get? So 7.056 whole square we are getting. When we are multiply this, so we get 49.787 or it is considered it 50. How it is considered it 50.7. 1 add ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ 50 ಆಗತ್ತೆ. So therefore the answer is the required size of sample is 50. So this is the answer for the fourth problem. I hope you are all understanding well.